So hello guys, welcome to stages 40 and 41. This is the neck mechanism part 10 and part 11. Let's get into the parts. We'll have a look at what we've got. Double bagged again. Keep getting these bits of paper. I think they're warnings telling you not to do odd things like swallowing, chewing and stuff like that. So we have got a drive belt. It feels a little bit plasticky, but it is rubber. Maybe it's just because it's new. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PTP screws, and they're quite large, rather large. And we have got 5 washers. Okay, so what we are going to do in this issue, we need to take our mechanisms from the previous issues. Do you remember this? This seems so long ago. And what we're going to be doing is we take our motor from previous issue, and what we are going to do is we are going to place it inside. You'll see there's 5 holes, and it's going to correspond with those holes there. And what we're going to do is going to slip that in at an angle, and as it comes in, you've got to manipulate this bit around that cog there, and it's a little bit tricky, but it will go. Now I have one issue, which is to do with the wires. It doesn't clearly show you what's happening with the wires. There will be a small gap between the mechanism there and the wall of this, so you're not pinching any wires. But what you're primarily after is getting those screw holes lined up. And what we are going to do is we are going to pop a washer in like so, and then we're going to pop a screw in. Now I've seen this kind of mechanism before, and you'll find probably the most common place you'll find it is inside a car. And there's a reason I'm mentioning this, apart from the fact I'm trying to waste a little bit of time to change my screwdriver head to something larger, such as a 3.5, because these are rather large screws. So you've seen this fan belt. I'm going to call it a fan belt. It's actually a drive belt. So what we're going to do is we are going to tighten these screws up almost maximum. Almost. So what you're looking for is that's too much. So you want to do this so that you can still slide this, but within one turn that will be maximum tightness. Can you see what's happening, guys? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cut, I'm going to speed this up, I'm going to put the other 4 screws in with the same sort of tension. Okay, so they have been attached, and as you'll see there is movement there. I haven't secured it fully. Now the part that I forgot to mention, in the last episode we made this, and I said that it's going to go on to there and that's screwed down. Now the very first thing you need to do in this issue is remove it, and the reason for removal is so that you can get this piece in. I don't think it would go in if it was attached, but I can't see the point in putting it on then removing it. So but now we need, well, what they're asking us to do is to attach this belt like so and then add this pulley. I wonder if we could add the pulley first, or well, we'll just see how it goes. So what we need to do, I've attached this pulley there, and I'm just going to attach this pulley and I'm going to pull that down until, and then give it a turn. There we go. So that is now connected, and we've got this little, I'm calling it a fan belt, and this is exactly as it would work in a car. The way that you change a fan belt is that you loosen a pulley, so you'll push that up, then you'll put the fan belt on, and then you'll pull this as tight as you can, and then you'll tighten the actual pulley system, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. So I'm attaching this, I'm going to screw it in, and then hopefully there'll still be movement. That's not moving, but I don't know if it's not moving because it's too tight. Let's loosen it and see if we can get anything. Yeah, I think it's not moving because that motor is so tight. We can always test it because we have the connector there, but I'm going with what we've got. Now it now reveals that this is a tensioner, this part there, but what we're going to do is we're going to pull this down as much as we can, and then we can tighten this middle screw. Okay, so you'll see that's how much I've managed to tighten it, and that's given us this much tension on it. And what that's going to do, because it's tight, it's not going to fall off. So once that's in place, okay, give it a little push, I can't move it, and then we'll tighten the other 5 screws, the other 4 screws, sorry. And then if we ever need to adjust this, for example, maybe it's just slipped as we're putting it on, or at some point in the future maybe this belt stretches, we can actually tension it again, and we can move this down a bit, and you'll see we've got quite a bit that we can move down. So that I'm happy with. I'm wondering whether to do a test now, or if let's do a test now, shall we? I need another wire. I may have to wait because this is the only box I've actually got with me at the moment handy. Yeah, I'll wait for the test. Okay, so that is stage 40 complete. So let's move on to stage 41. I like that. I do like that. Once I can see how things work, they tend to excite me a little bit more. So this is stage 41, and we have got effectively 4 pieces. We have got 3 plastic pieces. That one doesn't want to come out. And then we have got some screws, and these are the screws. Quite a lot of them actually. Right, so the pieces that we've got is 41-1 chest frame supports times 2, and I'm guessing these are identical because they've numbered the same. We've then got 41-2 cable guide, and then we have got 4 screws. So what we are going to do is we're going to take one of these pieces and we are going to place the cable guide on like that, and that looks like that's a push fit connection. Okay, so that will then be screwed in on the oops, so we have the motor on this side, and we're actually going to attach it on this side, and it's going to go in. You see you've got some screw holes there, so it's going to have to be wedged in. Make sure you don't catch any of the cables, and that's going to need to be put in so that that cable guide is pointing out, and you see we've got some there, so they're going to run together. And let me just double check. Yes, that is correct. Now this first one, as you can see, is going to be awkward to get in. Once we've got that held down with something, with a screw, I think the rest will become easier. And I think the only way we can really do this is pop a screw into the hole and just keep fishing until we find it. And it's not a great hole actually to find. And just basically keep moving it until it lines up. There we go, that's lined up. So I'll give that just a few screws. Okay, and then I'm going to pop, I've put the top screw in on this one. I'm going to put the bottom screw on the opposite side. And you can do whatever 2 screws you want. Okay. And that's gone in quite nicely. Now it's still wobbly, so we're going to take one of the 2 screws that are left and we're going to fish that in. Lovely, that's gone in really well. And then that should give it some stability, which it has. And we're going to pop the 4th screw in. That's lovely, that's gone straight in. And then we can make sure those 4 screws are tightened up as much as you want. Now we are screwing through plastic into plastic, so I would suggest we just screw until the screw tells you when to stop. The amount of resistance will increase, and there, and it's absolutely shocking how much strength this is providing. It's obviously good ABS plastic. So we're then going to flip it over. Excuse me, I've got hiccups all of a sudden. I don't know why. So we're going to flip that over and we're going to do the same on the other side. And that I have noticed, I didn't tell you, you've got this sort of a circular cutout bit on the top. That's actually the top. Okay, so that's going to go in. Excuse me. Right, that's going to go in there. It's quite difficult to get in because we've pushed the 2 sides together by putting that last brace in. But I think we've managed. Yep, that's gone in lovely. And I'm going to do this exactly the same way. And once you've got that 2nd screw in, it all becomes rather easy. It's just getting that 1st and 2nd screw in. The 3rd screw is almost tricky because it's still got rotation, but at least you've got the screw roughly lined up. Okay, and that's gone in lovely. And we've got 2 holes on there, but I don't think that's going to do anything. I think what they've done is they've manufactured 2 parts rather than manufacturing 2 separate parts. They've just manufactured 1 part twice, and that's the part that has the cable guide. But also what would be handy, because that's the push fit, you see how you can take them off. Same on this side, look, because if you turns out you've put this on the wrong side, you can just pull it off and pop it onto the correct side. So yeah, I think that's looking okay. So we've still got a few screw holes left, but this is 2 more done. Lovely. And so if I remember rightly, when we did this little box, we had these cogs, and each cog slowed the next one down. So I think this all works together. So obviously this is called neck mechanism, but I think this is the bit that's going to make his neck go up and down, and it's going to go very slowly because of these. Let me find a wire and we'll see if we can do a test. Okay, so what I've done is I've got this battery pack, and I've just connected it up. These are just jumper leads from an Arduino set, but they fit nicely into this JST. I've already connected all the reds up, and then hopefully once I connect this black one up, that neck mechanism will work. Perfect. So look, it's moving very slowly. You can see the pulley's working nicely. This tensioner is oops, tensioners just fell off. Let me just disconnect that. I think it would have worked absolutely fine until I poked it. There we go. So there we go. So it's that motor's going round because it's got teeth in it. It's driving that pulley. You can see that this side is going up. This side is coming down. That in turn is turning this, which of course is turning this cog. It is very slow, but you can see it moving, and that's obviously how the neck is going to go up. So not too quick. I could feel a little bit of knocking, but see, it's coming down again now, and it's going to work its way all the way round. There you go, like you can see it's moving very, very slowly, but that's going to be just fine. And because that's a motor in there, it can actually drive it forwards or backwards. But yep, there it is. So yep, that I'm rather happy with. We're always happy when we get electronics that work, aren't we? But you know, it's quite simple, but it works. You know, this little pulley system. Excellent. Really, really happy with that. Right, guys, so that is it for this week. I'm sorry, guys, I'm pulling the plug. I know you probably enjoy watching it. So that's this issue done. Next week we've got 3 left on this pack. Next issue we're going to be working on the upper something. I can't say it. Upper chest. Well, they're calling it the upper chest frame and the upper chest structure, but I think it's all the same area. And then the last video before Christmas will be just a single issue, and what we'll do is we'll do a little show and tell of what we've done. It'll be called the neck collection. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Really happy with that. It's really it's simple but great. Obviously some of the parts are a little bit slow in coming. Actually, I can see now. Can you see now why that's cut out? So yes, this is definitely one part that's suitable for 2 different jobs. Yeah, really happy with that. Right, guys, so that's it for this issue. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care, guys. Bye bye.